Alright, what's up YouTube? Impromptu set review for V-Booster 3 Miyaji Cardfight Club. Preliminary thoughts?
Tier 1 golds.
That's the set review. Done.
Yep, done. End of it. Let's go.
Bye-bye. See you in the next video. Lucky number is... No. So, our first VR is Monarch Sanctuary Alfred.
Yeah, I actually like this card a lot. Just because it, like...
Do you like it a lot? So what it does is all your Blaster Blade on Rearguard and Guardian gets 10k power, 5k shield, and when plays Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, return a Blaster Blade from your drop zone to your hand. Until end of turn, this unit gets 15k power, and if you have a card with Alfred and Soul, it gets crit +1. So, I'm not a fan of this card, because it has 4 different name restrictions. Well, 3 different name restrictions. 4 if you count Rearguard to Guardian as separate.
I'm not a fan of it because Bushiroad is just going through their old mistakes and, you know, again, making Royal Paladin do whatever they please.
But it doesn't do whatever it pleases. That's the problem
Yes,
with it.
it
It does literally nothing.
It takes a Blaster Blade from the drop zone and adds it to their hand.
And there has to be a Blaster Blade in the drop zone for that.
Do you know how easy that is?
Not very. It's 1 card.
Okay, Excuplate decks are going to be overpowered because of this. Like,
No.
Yes.
No. It doesn't even work with Exculpate. It has to be written over an Alfred for a crit, and then without the crit,
I think what he means,
power.
what he means is it gives you a guaranteed Blaster Blade in hand.
Yeah,
because...
but that's like turn 6 Exculpate.
Okay.
Turn 6.
Okay, here's what's up. So no, it doesn't have to be a turn 6. What you could do is you can ride Alfred early, get the Blaster Blade out of your soul. That gives you a +2.
That's turn 3.
Okay, turn 3, okay. Then you can sacrifice the Blaster Blade in some way, bring it to the drop zone, ride the Alfred, so that's turn 4.
Turn 4.
Okay. Then you can ride Excuplate, that's turn 5.
Okay, I apologize. Turn 5 Exculpate.
Yeah, that's...
It's Exculpate, not Waterfall. It's not even guaranteeing you the win.
But here's the thing.
Like, all this has going for it, except for the 5k shield to Blaster Blade, which, woohoo, you've increased the total shield in your deck by 20k, is power. Like, if the second ability was continuous, I'd be more okay with that, because at least then you're swinging with a constant 28 and a crit.
Well, still, Royal Paladins is acting like Grand Blue in this set.
No.
Would you prefer Angel Feathers?
No, neither.
Well, they're getting a card from their drop zone.
A card.
Yeah.
And it's a name-specific card.
I'm the one that actually plays the deck, and I haven't said anything yet.
Okay.
Alright, so I actually do like this card a lot because it does add some consistency before where the Blaster Blades are very much vanilla after you call them out of the deck with King of Knights Alfred.
Or if you call them out the soul.
I don't play Alfred early, you know that.
Well, yeah, but this would actually make Alfred early good.
No, you still play King of Knights. Most of the deck lists in Japan are playing King of Knights.
Hold on. Think of the synergy with Excuplate, okay? You can literally get Benin, get a,
if you're playing Alfred early, this Alfred, and Exculpate, that's 3, grade 3 and above, even before Soul Saver.
You're also not going to play
No,
Benin.
you don't have
play
room
Soul
for Benin
also after.
And that's the problem.
What's the problem?
Soul Saver is your win con.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Andre?
I mean, the deck should still run 2 Soul Saver.
Okay, 2 Soul Saver, 2 Alfred early.
No. You're going to be running like 3 Alfred early. You're going to be running 3 of this card, like 2 Soul Savers and 2 Excuplate.
Okay.
So that's 10 grade 3s in a 4 stack.
Works in Excel because you don't care about, but...
Yeah, it works in Excel and Protect, but Force, no.
But I mean, like I said, before I get interrupted again, this card does at least give the Blaster Blade some continuous value, just for it existing. Whereas before, the problem is you call the Blaster Blade out with Alfred, and then it just kind of there, like, yeah, you got a +1, but really no value after that.
But it just makes them into beat sticks.
I mean, you could,
It's free?
You could,
That's what I'm saying, it's free.
You could use Blaster Blade skill in a more control-style Royal Paladin deck.
Well, we still don't have a counter charger, so I wouldn't recommend that, but... Card also, yeah, it does guarantee an Excuplate, because you do add the Blaster Blade back to your hand. But It could be a little bit slow, but the deck does have enough sustainability to survive until turn 6. So,
like I said, you could easily get the Blaster Blade or the Alfred early off of Benin.
The problem is turn 4 is your regular kill turn, so anything turn 5 and beyond is considered extremely slow.
Yeah, I mean, but he's been able to finish with Exculpate.
Yeah, but Exculpate is, first off, he's turn 4. Second off, like, at least there's some, like, ROI there. It's a restander, it gets you an additional Vanguard attack.
You know what? I think we have to settle this first. YouTube, please, can you spell out the pronunciation of
We've asked them to do that 3 separate times.
This is a meme at this point.
well, for rating the card, I'm going to give this a 3. It's
I'm
a solid.
actually not against giving it a 3.
It's a solid card for Royal Paladins. Yeah, it's not anything game breaking, but
I think it's gonna be better than you guys think it is. Honestly, like Andre,
8 out of 5.
You've taken deck advice from me before.
yeah, and then I scrapped it.
No, well, hold on. You didn't give it enough time.
Okay, we've spent too long on this card. Grade out of 5.
4.
Okay. So our next VR is Pentagonal Magus.
Oh.
Continuous increase the power gain from your triggers during drive checks by 5k. When it attacks, Soul Blast grade 3 and discard 5 cards from your hand, get drive plus 3, and decrease the number of discarded cards by 1 for each Magus front row rear guard. That's a lot of text to say. If you put her in the deck that they designed around her, it's discard 3, drive plus 3. Like, this card's alright.
Yeah, a lot of people were complaining about it when it came out, saying this was going to be the next broken thing, but it's a good card, but it's not like...
I more saw people complaining that you couldn't use this in the old style of OTT with Daughter and Deer, because it specifically works against both of them.
Maybe not.
It kind of works with the Daughter, but there's no reason you'd want to play Daughter.
Hold on. What you could do is you could put Deer in the back row, use Deer's skill, stack the crits, and then do the quintuple drive.
If you have 3 grade 3s in your soul.
Seriously?
Yeah, she requires Soul Blast to grade 3, he requires Soul Blast 2 grade 3s.
Yikes.
Yeah, so they very much designed this to not work with the old style of deck, which is, in fairness, OTT's been tier 1 forever. They didn't want to push it to tier 0.
Well, no, so if people run Deer over this, then it's still going to be tier 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the original build still is going tier 1 in Japan.
There is nothing to push it down from tier 1 in this set. Spoilers. So, like, with this card, it's good, it's fun. You can play a new version of the deck. Cut back here. I'm gonna give Pentagonal... I think she deserves, like, a 4 on her own. I'll give her a 3 just as, like, meta consideration, because it's, like...
I still think Daughter's going to be the better variant, but...
Yeah, probably. It's just another one you can play, though. Like, 5 drive checks is a legitimate winning move.
I mean, yeah, but there's so many protect decks that's going to be out that could perfect shield that.
Not really. It's other OTTs and Nubatama. Those are the viable ones right now.
Make a colony.
Not viable.
Jesus Christ, Ryan, you win one best of 1 tournament with it, and you think it's like the greatest thing on earth since sliced bread.
Tier 3.
Actually,
and
Angel
even
Feather.
if you do perfect guard it, you just put the triggers on the rear guards.
In fairness, Angel Feather. Yeah, I'll give it like a 3.
2.
Damn, Ryan.
I think Deer is going to be way too good. I think they're going to have to ban Deer.
That's never going to happen. There's no reason it would. Again, I think it deserved a 4 on its own, and bumping it down to 3 specifically because it doesn't work with the current deck. Okay, Ravenhair gets a 4 out of 5. Covert Demonic Dragon Megatsu Storm.
Wow, did you really just give Ravenhair a 4? Oh, is it because you knew Brian would talk all day about goals?
Sandbagged.
What? Hey!
Oh,
No!
Covert Demonic Dragon
guys,
Megatsu Storm.
we are talking about Raven-haired Ezo here, okay?
Auto, when it is attacked by your opponent's Vanguard,
No.
Blast 1, retire 2 of your rear guards, and this unit cannot be hit until end of battle. Auto. When your rear guard is returned to hand during your turn, Soul Blast grade 3, draw a card, call 3 cards from your hand to rear guard. They get power plus 5k until end of turn.
No, okay, so guys, I think Raven-haired Ezel is going to be really good. Its skill is Counterblast 1. If you have an Ezel Vanguard, or a card with Incandescent Lion Blonde Ezel.
First auto ability would have been, I'm pretty sure it's just specifically Blonde Ezel and not a card with one, but whatever. So the first ability would have been more useful if this was back during like the set 1 meta when Kagero was everywhere. The fact that there's a lot of like Excel decks and such running around make it a little less appealing.
Narukami.
You got Narukami, you got Murkumo still, or
Murkumo actually, I think, just won a WGP, actually.
Murkumo is legitimately good. It's going to stay in the meta as long as things like OTG and Kagero remain prevalent.
And then they get better in Violet's Deleters.
Good job, Bushiroad.
Good job, Bushiroad. I'm glad I bought the deck, though.
So,
what deck?
Murakumo.
It's a very interesting skill. I don't think the meta allows for it. I do think that second skill is, at the very least,
it's a weird multi-attacking skill.
It's
but
a
deck that can't
skill.
run front triggers. It's kind of just like, haha, defensive trigger.
Because it does call 3 and give them 5k. So you may stonewall one of those attacks, but the other has a booster. It's
shoot.
I think it's solid. 3.5.
Wait a minute. Yeah. No, I was just thinking out loud. Sorry.
The only problem is I don't know what it does in the meta. I mean, I guess having more protection is good against
Dimension
Royal
Police and Dimension
Royal
Police.
Paladin and Dimension Police, because you could use that skill against both of them. The Retire 2 may get a little costly.
Especially if Shadow Paladins are still running
It
around.
does draw a card to offset some of its costs, so it's like, but then you do have to set up the bounces, which I don't think there's too terribly much of. It's a bit of a mixed bag, I feel, this card. Like,
I mean, the grade 2 helps with them setting up.
I'll accept the 3.5 just because of what it is on paper.
Ryan. He's gonna give it like a 2 because he wants to get to Ravenhaired.
Oh, we got past Ravenhaired. Ravenhaired's 4.
Well, I gave it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
4.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Of course, you're gonna give it a 2.
What?
Andre called that verbatim.
I mean, what? Raven-haired?
I'm gonna give Ravenhaired a 1. You know what? Ravenhaired Ezel's the worst card I've ever seen.
Wait, I meant 4. My bad.
Maelstrom is better than Ravenhaired Ezel.
My bad. I think Raven-haired is gonna be a 4.
Ravenhaired is a 1. Maelstrom is better than Ravenhaired. It's the worst
Just
VR in the
put
game.
Ravenhaired peeking out of the corner with a little 4 written on it.
Yo, for Counterblast 2, you get 2 Excel markers, plus 15,000 power, plus 1 crit. Your opponent cannot call Sentinels. Like, holy crap.
That's extremely situational, though.
No, it's not.
You have to have...
And you lost to Aquaforce.
Hold on. So turn 1, I ride my normal ride Gareth. Alright, and then, of course, we're going to take Bowmains out of the deck. Okay? And replace it.
So, next turn, Detonix Drill Dragon.
Oh my god.
So, Auto Vanguard, when it attacks Vanguard, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row, bind it, then discard the same number as rear guards your opponent has. Stand it, it gets 5k, and drive -1.
If you're playing Narukami right, you shouldn't be discarding anything, so this is a very good card.
No, you will be discarding, because there's nothing to touch the back row, unfortunately.
I thought it was only for every front row rear guard.
No, it's for every rear guard.
Oh, never mind.
So it would be amazing if it were only front row rear guards, but...
I know what you could do. You could bind the front row rear guards and then have the opponent's rear guards their back row rear guards switch places with the front row and then bind that.
Yeah, that's why some people are saying Ricky is stable. I don't know about stable, but it's alright. It's good. It has synergies. Yeah, so this card is obviously strong. It's kind of the only thing people want to ride in Narukami. It's one of the few restanders in the game right now. There's just
hey, you know what? And it doesn't have to have something to hit to restand. Hint, hint.
And it also gets advantage. So,
4.
Other than the fact that it has a pretty high cost, I don't see anything wrong with this card.
4.
I easily give it a 4.
Tectonics Drill?
Yeah.
I was gonna give it a 2.
If you give it a 2, I swear to God.
Probably 3.
I accidentally gave Ezel 2, but I switched it to 4.
Ezreal's popping back on screen with a 2.
Come on, it's a 4. It's a 4.
No, Tectonic Drill's a 4? Okay.
No,
glad we all
Tectonics Drill is not a 4.
What is it?
Drill's
What is
a
it?
4.
Well, let's see. If you have to be as resource management in Narukami as Kagero, then I would say maybe a 3.
I told you.
Hey,
I called it.
I'm gonna cut out that whole
Resource.
section there. So interesting triple R's,
Wait, not
Bedivere and
wrong.
K, more name-specific Royal Paladins. Huzzah!
They're okay.
They're okay.
I'll
honestly,
run them.
I would prefer like an alt mile type of thing.
Nah, too soon.
Scarlet Witch Coco, crazy, very interesting. I love the fact that they shoved in an OTT deck that didn't work with the old OTT deck, and then shoved in another OTT deck that didn't work with either of those decks.
Well, hold on. In the original series, yeah, the witches didn't really work out that well.
That is
I mean, not in season 1, but when it got to season 2, which was the filler arc, which is the Aqua Force versus Golds, that was the issue. In the filler arc, Misaki actually put together a build that makes it so you have no soul at grade
that's
3.
the anime.
Okay, but then it really worked. You draw 3 cards when you hit grade
Soulless
3.
OTT turned like Soulless OTT original meta was like okay. Well, not even original meta because they had to have Mimi come out.
Who?
The starter.
Yeah, but that was easy.
Yeah, no, but she didn't come out until set 7, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a thing after that. But like again, we're getting sidetracked by that. That doesn't really affect these witches. Only problem with Coco is that she sort of has the same issue with Magatsu Storm. The meta's not going to be particularly kind to her. Like, if both those decks came out back when DP and Kagero were really popular, it would have been like a blowout for them. They would have really found great space. But there's just too many different things that I don't think it's going to respond well to. Although, it will respond well to deleters when they come out, so there's that.
Really? Oh, I can't wait for deleters to come out. You just
'cause,
made me excited.
Protect gifts don't have grade.
Oh, yeah.
Tetramagus, Broke, Garmor, interesting backup grade 3.
Probably won't be run, though.
Well, actually, I think in premium it's going to be really, really strong.
We don't focus on premium. We focus on standard.
Well, it is something to mention. It does have a space in the premium Garmor deck. Also, just if you want to run budget gold paladins, it's a legitimate boss.
Pelennor Garmor.
Yeah, Pelennor Garmor could totally be a thing. Magatsu Gale, Broke. Detonic Stinger Dragon, only ride it if you don't have Drill in hand. Death Scythe, costly but good.
It's 4 of.
As a matter of fact, is he your only way of touching back row?
I think so. What is he, Soul Blast 2?
Soul Blast 2. Oh, no, he has to touch front row as well. Like, a lot of people complain about just the soul cost because there's a lot of soul cost in Narukami right now.
Can you Soul Charge?
Not really. And there's not a lot of rewriting. So.
I mean, it looks like, you know, Narukami doesn't really do a good job of touching the booty as well as Kagero does.
That is true. Kagero touches way more booty. Alamedes, hilarious. Not as good as his original.
Soul Saver is her own deck now. If
Soul
she wants
Saver
to
is
be.
her own deck. Do you think it's going to be better or worse than Alfred?
Worse.
Interesting.
But might still try, because I think I actually have all the extra pieces.
See, because I think it may be better than Alfred, just because it's more streamlined. Dream Painter, forgot what it did already.
There's
I
Dream
just
Painter.
remembered that card.
What does it do? It like puts a grade 2 into soul or something. When placed in an ability, you may put a grade 2 or less from drop zone on bottom of deck or into soul. If you put it in deck, this unit gets power +5. So it's obviously just your mandatory exculpate support.
I mean,
Oh, so that'll probably have a place in the Royal Paladin deck.
well, no, I would think that Alfred, Monarch Sanctuary Alfred, would be the, card to run with Exculpate.
It actually does have a point.
This is a great one.
Okay.
You might still not
So
have.
it doesn't
I think
flash
even in the.
It doesn't flash with Alfred at all.
I think even in the Exculpate deck though, you don't have space for it because I think you still keep Akane in that deck, so you still need to make room for Pongal.
This is literally just if you had no other outs to put Blaster Blade and Soul, go ahead and put Blaster Blade and Soul.
I think people are gonna make some really crazy Exculpate OTK decks.
That's not a thing.
Vanguard doesn't have OTKs except for what I did against
Vanguard
you.
does have OTKs, but that is not an OTK in any sense. Dream Painter, okay. At the very worst, it can put triggers back and be a 13k booster for a turn. Zozo, just because they needed to make Witches a full deck. Rhombus Magus, why the hell is it a double R? Wonder Ezel, obviously pretty good.
Yeah.
Howl, obviously pretty good. Kujikiri Kongo, Nubatama's backup deck. I love this thing. I love its support. I think it's goofy and fun.
But good? No.
Not particularly good, though, unfortunately. Goofy and fun. Not particularly good. Megatsu Breath, what the hell do you do? You like bounce a card or something, right? Why are you a double R? Yeah,
Can't believe we didn't let.
If you have a Vanguard Megatsu, you get power +3. End of battle, attacked or boosted. Soul Blast 1, discard a card, return all of your cards in the same call. Why the hell is this a double R?
You should probably mention the common grade 3 that Nubatama got.
Oh yeah, the Wincom.
Yeah.
We'll mention that when we get down to the commons. Why the hell is Megatsu Breath a double R?
Budget.
Like, not even budget though, because it requires your VR. And it only supports your VR.
Filler?
Bad Megatsu Breath. I disapprove.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, the Magetsu series used to be Murakumo.
It doesn't. Because Murakumo got the good cards out of Nubatama, and the Nubatama got...
Well, no, the way I see it, Nubatama and
No, wait, they were Murakumo all along. What am I thinking?
Nubatama and Murakumo just switched places. Murakumo used to bring the cards from the field to the hand, and Nubatama used to restrict the opponent from doing certain things.
I miss Dominate.
I don't! Andre, would you like to jump off the nearest cliff?
They always have to have at least one weirdly strong ninja deck in the game, I guess. Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion. It makes me angry that this card is so bad.
No, hold on. I don't think it's gonna be bad.
It's trash.
It can still attack all units in the front row.
Is that for like Counterblast 2?
Counterblast, yeah.
Yeah, that's better than a Limit Break 4 and it being 3 Counterblasts.
Yeah, but being better than a card from set 6. That's... Even in terms of only main sets, that's double-digit sets ago.
Especially with how powerful
Okay,
cards
well,
are now.
I mean...
That's over 30 sets ago.
I guess it'll be good in Premium.
No,
it
it
won't.
won't.
Yes, it will.
No.
It doesn't do anything as a Vanguard. Like, the Stride is okay, but it's not worth running this.
No, I was talking Legion.
Like, the Legion is bad, and this is worse.
You can't defend Vermilion. Don't try.
I'm going to.
The Legion
Don't try.
literally makes this the exact same as the original. Rising Phoenix, obvious staple. You got some more witches. Some weird art on some gold paladins.
That we don't care about because gold.
Nubatama got a whole set.
Raven-haired
I
Ezel sucks.
do feel like talking about Voidmaster a little bit, just because.
That's the grade 3 common, right?
Yeah. When placed, gets 3k and your opponent can't intercept. At end of battle and attack, counterblast 1. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and return it to hand. I don't know what niche they were seeing this filling, other than intercept stopping, which they clearly overvalue.
Yeah, read its second
We
effect.
literally have... Yeah, no, that's its second effect. Look. This is the new Batama card.
Is it actually an 11k power, or was that just like...
This one's 12k. The other one's 11k.
Okay.
I don't know why this exists. I don't know why this or the double R OTT. I don't know why Rhombus exists. I really don't know why Rhombus exists, and I don't know why Voidmaster exists. How valuable do they think intercept stopping is? Because it's not that valuable. Most of the time, you just want to keep cards on board. That's how tempo works. The real other grade 3 you're going to play in Nubatama, Stealth Beast Kokushigarasu. Soul Blast 3, discard 2 Sentinels. This unit gets 15k power until end of turn. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, return all your opponent's rearguards to hand. And if you return 1 or more, your opponent chooses 5 cards from hand and discards them.
You hear this, Ryan? That's a powerful card.
Yeah, I hear it.
Doesn't have a gift though, so you probably can't run this at 4 like you would want to, but...
I think you can run it at 4. What the hell else are you running? Did you carry Congo?
Probably. I guess at worst you could just pitch this regard if you want to Geosystem to Magatsu Storm.
Like, this is a one-time per game, probably, -3 to your opponent. So, really does help put the screws to them.
Also, messes with OTT.
Also, if you want to lean really heavy into it, you could double that 26k power with Overa parts.
Imagine this, actually, the people were talking about running this in premium with, like, freaking Rene.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Cards not being able to intercept.
No, in premium, just imagine this with Rene.
Yeah, call 2, they attack you, discard.
No, you make them discard 5 first, then have to call 2.
No, this is an act.
Oh. So was Rene.
Oh, do you really want to... Yeah, I guess it depends on the
Do you
field
really
and all
want people to hate you, Andre?
I mean, I do misdominate. I had fun with it. I don't know, you all didn't have fun with it, but I had fun.
Alright, so the final thoughts on this set review are kind of going to be crazy.
Gold Paladins suck.
I will fight you, Andre.
So, Gold Paladins are obviously strong. Oracle Think Tank got 2 more not as strong as their first decks, with strong decks.
Royals, I think, are doing well.
Narcomi is strong. The only thing that kind of really got messed with in this set is Nubatama, but it's still, like, it's an interesting counter.
Oh, it's fun. If it's cheap enough, I'll probably invest into it.
And don't forget, people, everyone that plays Murakumo and Nubatama are probably furries.
I've played both.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does.
There aren't furries in that deck, though.
Yeah, there are.
Not really.
Mangetsu Storm.
It's a dragon.
That's a furry.
That's a scaly.
Well, of course, only a furry would know the difference.
Ryan, are you just saying this because you're salty at me playing Dominate against you?
No, I'm saying this because you're probably a furry.
Because I play both the clans?
Yeah.
All the decks are...
Oh, and you're going to be playing Great Nature.
This is true.
Stop accusing people for being furries based off of clans they play. It's weird. Anyway, so all the decks are at least somewhat strong. All are playable. There's a lot of budget options.
I'm gonna give this a 95.
99.9. No set is perfect.
Don't worry, YouTube. I play golds, so Like these
120
people,
out of 100 from Ryan.
these people either dress up as animals or call themselves animals. So yeah.
That is the biggest non sequitur ever.
What?
I play gold, so these guys are furries. Like, even if the logic of the deck you play could make you a furry made sense, you're using the logic of the deck I play makes them a furry. Which, what?
No. The logic is that Andre is gonna have 3 furry decks.
Again, like, unless you're going to categorize everything that isn't a paladin clan as making someone a furry, you really can't use that logic. Because there are animals in literally every clan.
Well, yeah, but how many of them are, I don't know, humanoid animals?
I can't believe this is still going on.
Like,
Rate the set, Ryan.
Except for Gold Paladin, which has a lot of doggos, which...
you played Garmor, so you must be a furry because you like
I am
Garmor.
a furry.
Cut that.
Oh my god.
I don't even think I have the energy anymore. What do you give this set?
I love the golds in it.
He's gonna give it like 110 or 120.
Out of 100, the rating for the set.
He'll probably be salty and give it like a 70. Considering all of his VR ratings are bad.
I think golds is what's gonna be up, so maybe 50?
50?
50?
Out of 100?
Out of 100.
That's a failing grade.
And what's your point?
A failing grade for a
Don't-
set
don't
should
question
mean you
it. Don't
think
question it.
shouldn't
No,
exist.
hold on. Here's what's up, okay? So, in the school system, yes, a 50 is a failing grade. But here's what's up. In actual practice, like, this might actually be better. Just on paper, it sucks.
Like...
Okay, so Gold Paladins are tier 4 garbage. So I
No,
guess
they're going to be tier 1. That's why I'm rating it 50 instead of 30.
Do you have any idea how to... What was that? What was any of that?
It was my logic.
Okay, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed whatever just happened. I'm gonna...
We're not cutting any of this out.
We're cutting some of it out.
No, we're not.
We are.
We're definitely cutting out
You
the
have no choice. Talk to you guys later.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.